He has been hurt in several of his fights and able to get through in the late rounds while bleeding profusely, and only at the age of 23. Fieldhouse shows fine smarts in the ring.
Well, that time he didn't show such smarts because he got caught with a few punches and he backed up in a straight line. And you can't move back in a straight line. It's like the locomotive coming in. You can't run down the tracks. You got to get off the tracks. Never back up when the guy's punching at you. You got to get underneath. You got to go side to side, but you can't back up.
Midway through round number 2, and the combination by Fieldhouse in close, exchanging now with Barnett.
Barnett a little bit taller, 5'9" to 5'8", and they're Randy's reach. 28 inches for Calvin Barnett, 26.5 for Fieldhouse. So that's an 1.5 inch reach advantage for Calvin Barnett, and he's trying to use it. He's trying to keep Fieldhouse outside.
Randy, who records his reach from the fighter's chin out to the knuckles as he extends his arm.
So there's no way with that 1.5 inch reach advantage, Calvin Barnett should be out-jabbed by Fieldhouse. But right there, Fieldhouse did land his own jab, and Barnett did nothing in return.
45 seconds left in the second round. Fieldhouse in 8 fights has gone the distance 6 of those times. 2 of the fights teetering on victory or defeat, and they were called draws. So he has been in some very close fights, even some of his victories, piling up the points early in the round, and on several of them surviving cuts in the last few rounds. Round number 3, welterweights scheduled for 6. Calvin Barnett in the blue with the white trim, and Kevin Fieldhouse in the solid blue trunks. And Barnett is rocked by Fieldhouse. Fieldhouse storms in. Barnett tries to hold on as he crumples to the canvas.
Poor Calvin Barnett is getting beaten up. First he got beaten up in the corner after the second round. His manager was saying to him, "Stop drinking the water. What are you drinking for it?" So he got yelled at in the corner. Now he's getting beat up here in the third round.
Joe Cortez, the referee, with the count on Barnett, who is now trying to backpedal away from Fieldhouse. Fieldhouse looking for only his 3rd knockout in this his 9th fight, but he is undefeated at 6-0-2.
And as a professional, that knockdown was the first of Calvin Barnett's now 4-fight career.
He has won 2 of his first 3 fights.
As an amateur, he was in there just 9 times, winning 6 of them.
Barnett could ill afford to try to exchange with Fieldhouse right now.
Oh, that body shot. Short right hand by Fieldhouse. Hurt Barnett. He's trying not to show it.
Fieldhouse trying to cut off the ring on Barnett.
Well, he should be able to walk through Barnett's punches now. Look how he's throwing his shots. He's moving backwards. A lot of times he's not even on the canvas as he's landing his jab. Absolutely no power in his punches when he does that. None at all.
There's a straight right by Fieldhouse, and Barnett again tugs at the back of Fieldhouse's neck.
Well, that's what I was talking about earlier, that lack of power of Kevin Fieldhouse. Had he had some power, that right hand moments ago, and that one too, would have stretched out Barnett.
1 minute left in this 3rd round, in which Calvin Barnett hit the deck early. There's a right by Fieldhouse, slapped away by Barnett.
Well, Barnett showing us, if nothing else, a nice pair of legs, and he appears to have gotten a little bit smarter. He learned something from that loss to Pat Coutinho about 2 months ago.
And trying to survive this 3rd round. What about Fieldhouse's pursuit after knocking down his opponent?
It's good. He's walking his man down. It doesn't take as much energy to come forward as it does to go backwards. And Barnett, sooner or later, probably sooner, is going to run out of gas.
And you know, Fieldhouse will not. We have seen him on several occasions, well conditioned, and he's still going strong into that 6th round.
And more at 7 Eastern, 4 Pacific on USA weekdays.
Fourth round action between welterweights Kevin Fieldhouse on the right and Calvin Barnett. Now on the right, the blue trunks with the white trim. Barnett nailed just like that in the 3rd round and went down early, but Randy able to survive that 3rd round. And he has come out swinging now, trying to get away from Fieldhouse, who is holding him with the left arm.
This fight is not going to go the distance, I dare say, because Fieldhouse is starting to make a brawl out of it, and Calvin Barnett cannot keep dancing the way he did after getting knocked down in round number 3. And once he stands there and starts slugging with Fieldhouse, I believe it's going to come out of him. That overhand right of Fieldhouse has been getting in.
Well, Barnett has been dancing even before the knockout. That 1st round, he was keeping his distance from Fieldhouse, and now it is Barnett who smacks Fieldhouse around with a combination and hits with that left hook.
Well, they told Barnett in the corner, get out there and do something. This guy is totally intimidating you. He's got control of the fight. Now get out there and back him up. He's not backing Fieldhouse up, but he is taking the fight to him.
Both turned pro only last year. Barnett in 3 fights has won 2. Fieldhouse 6-0-2 with only 2 knockouts. So he is bearing in now, and possibly his 3rd knockout in his 9th fight. Fieldhouse just 23 years old. Barnett is 25. Joe Cortez breaks him up midway through the 4th round.
Fieldhouse, like Barnett, had a very short amateur career. Barnett, as we mentioned, 6-3 as an amateur. Fieldhouse, 8 wins and 2 losses as a Simon Pure.
A minute left in the 4th round.
Kevin had a very active year in 1984. He fought 6 times, winning 5 of those 6. The only one he didn't win was a draw against Tony Arnaud. He said he'd love to get Tony Arnaud back in the ring again. But it's nice to see a young fighter active, fighting perhaps every 6 weeks or so.
Fieldhouse very active in the ring. He was a Passaic County and District Wrestling champ back in 1979 while he attended Wayne Valley High School, and now is a successful coach of a midget program there. Keeps very active, and you certainly can tell by his conditioning how many hours he has to spend working out in the ring.
Not tired at all. He just keeps throwing punches steadily.
So that is the end of round number 4, as both fighters now get their rest with 2 rounds to go.
Okay. 5th round. All right. It's the 5th.
As we listen in the corner of Kevin Fieldhouse.
Kevin, when you're moving in, Kevin, you can't just move in and do nothing. You understand? You're not tired, are you?
No. Kevin, when he's on the road, go over this way. Hit him in the air.
That's right.
Go the other way.
Hit him on the goddamn arms. Hit him on the arms. You'll see him drop his arm.
All right, come on. I'm going to give you a little water now. All right?
Swallow.
Good.
Now let's go, huh? It's the 5th round.
5th round, okay? Come on. All right. Hands up. Keep your head moving. Let's go.
Here's some action from last round with Fieldhouse moving in and wrestling. He got shaken up for a moment and very smartly tried to tie Barnett.